Okay, so this is Travessa do Bispo. So this is just a tiny little street that goes up to Say, but there's a lot of cool stuff around here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you up to Say and do this Target Street. I'm going to go around Say a little tiny bit and just kind of show you what's at the top of it. And I'm going to bring in some murals that are actually really well known. And before we even go up, we're also going to explore this little area because it's a really beautiful photogenic area with a lot of interesting stuff, including these nice buildings and this little pedestrian street area over here. So let's check it all out. Bispo. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, Travessa do Bispo. This is a short international film festival, December 5 through 13. That's actually coming up. That's actually just down the street. So just, oh, I also want to get that book right there. That's by Tim Simpson. He's a professor at the University of Macau. I was reading that book, or I saw a lecture from him about betting in Macau, and that was it looked really, really interesting. He had this great story about some gambler that was at I think it was at I don't want to say the wrong casino, but it was one on the Cotai Strip, and it has this beautiful monument there. And basically, a gambler lost millions of dollars in that space. And then basically they, I'll have to read the book about it, but he basically, that's like a remembrance of how much money he gave the casino in like a 5-minute spot. He put like something like, I don't know, I have to read the book, but that's one of the stories in there, and he was talking about that one, and it was so interesting. I heard it a couple of weeks ago. So this is the front of the store right here, including that kind of cool one. So that is going to be our focus going up this one, Travessa do Bispo. Before we even go down, I just want to go down this one real quick. This is São Domingo Street, and what I like about this particular one is there's some really beautiful architecture, and I'm just going to tie it into our Target Street just for a moment, just because the architecture is so beautiful. But Bispo, I always like to also put context into the video too, so you can see where a certain street is located at. But you can definitely see that Travessa do Bispo is connected to the Portuguese bookstore. And then this is a very busy, popular area with tons and tons of tourists, as you can see. And I'm just going to show you a couple of directions that it goes. So that direction is São Domingos. Tons and tons of people going down that way. This one up here goes up to Sao Paulo ruins. Tons and tons of people up this way. Look at those crowds. Tons of them. I'd hate to walk up that. Actually, let's walk up it a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, it's crowds. I'm actually kind of also focusing on the architecture as well, so you can see these kind of buildings as well, and just how beautiful those are. And we're also going to capture that building over there. So let me just kind of come at this at a different angle. So I'm going to just come down here real quick. Wow, there's so many people today. Wow. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful buildings. Okay, so Bispo is right over there by the Portuguese bookstore, so we're going to head back that way. But I just wanted to give you some context of São Domingos being behind us. And then Sao Paulo ruins, going down that way. And then we're going to be going this way. We have Say up that way, Travessa do Say. We're going to be up at the top, and we're going to be looking at those murals, but we're going to go around the Bispo way. So stay tuned for all of that. So yeah, I like to give a little bit of context just so a street's not totally isolated, but at least you can see the street, the vibe of that particular street, plus what's around it as well. And wow, there's a lot of people around today, so. So ours, it's gonna be that street right there. And I guess we're gonna go head our way. I guess we'll stay on this side of the street. So we have all this traffic going this way. I want to try to capture that angle of the bookstore too. So there's the bookstore. And that's that other beautiful architecture too. Okay, so we are going to try to go up. And we'll see if we can. I also want to capture our street too so that you can see what's all here. Jewelry shop. So a little bit of a gap up here, so we'll just use this gap. Umun. So you just kind of capture it all. Triumph. Bispo. So many people today, it's hard to move. So we're going to come up to Say Cathedral, and on our way up you can see a bookstore right here. Livraria Sao Paulo. This one is a Catholic bookstore. And then we're going to come up to, that's our Target Street right there. Look at that beautiful lantern above it, Travessa and Bispo. There's another sign, Travessa do Bispo. So let's go up and we'll kind of highlight. So I don't think we can go in it, but I think this has something to do. There's a Mary statue right there, and I think this is like a, used to be like a convent or something like that. Something with nuns historically, I think. Kind of cool buildings up there. Then we're gonna take a look at our street again. So our street was this one right here. Travessa do Bispo. Then we have Largo de Sé. Let me just kind of walk across real quick. So that was our focus street. And then we have our Largo de Sé, and we have our other one as well. Let me just kind of meander a little bit like this. So let me just see. That's kind of interesting. I haven't really been in here before. There's a cathedral, San Jose. I'll just step in for a second. I've never seen that before. It's closed. But there's actually like priests, there's like the kind of the Chinese baby Jesus and Mother Mary. That's really beautiful. I didn't know that was in there. Okay. So now we're basically in this little Say area. And that's the church over there. Travessa do Bispo was our focus street, so that was directly, that's that one, and we basically went down between those yellow buildings right over there. So yeah, this is basically the Say Cathedral, Say Plaza, this whole area. Largo de Sé as well. And then if we come over here, we have a nativity set and all kinds of cool stuff. And you can overlook the Say stuff, which is pretty cool. Manger. You have the story of the manger here. It's also written in Chinese because that could be completely foreign to another person. Okay. So you just saw Bispo, and I think what I'm gonna do next is we're just gonna come down. So we're basically on the other side of that building right here. We're just gonna come down, and I just want to show you the these murals. So granted, we're a little bit away from our focus, but you can see that this is the when we started, we were way down there, and we looked up the street right here, and then in this particular spot we have these really nice murals. So there's a mural right there, and you can see some kind of cool imagery of that one. So we're gonna try to walk this way. And then you can see these beautiful murals like this. So these ones are of a watercolorist right there, George Cheney. So that one's George Cheney right there. So that is a watercolor from him. So he was an 18th century watercolorist, and then he painted this particular one right here. I think that one, I don't think it's him, but then these are him as well. So you can see all the detail of these as well. There you go. So yeah, he painted some really beautiful details in here, and I think that one of these images is of, let me see, this is São Domingos, which is just down the street. And then there's another one here. This is Praia Grande. And then this is I think they call it a lorches, like a ship. A Chinese junk. Yeah, Chinese junk. Okay, so I just thought I'd kind of give some context. So that's basically Say, nice coffee shop right there. So our focus was actually Bispo. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera back down. There's our new restaurant called Cali Boy right there. I think they're putting it together. So we're going to go back down, and then we're going to tie it all up, tie it to the ending part with our target street, which was Bispo. Let's say hi. I remember meeting you when you first came, I think during a few years ago.
Yeah,
the chef here, right? And
yeah.
that sounds good. So, good to see you. So yeah, I met him before. So yeah, he's the chef at that restaurant. So if you get a chance, that restaurant is a good restaurant to go to. That's really well known, actually. Okay, so we're gonna head back to, gonna go down this way, and then we're gonna go back to Bispo, go to the right. And I just want to kind of show you more of what this Domingos looks like, which is right here. So the Bispo is kind of in this area, and now you got an idea. Domingos, and then Bispo was around the corner. Because we're a little bit off of our target, I'm gonna move a little bit faster. My apologies for that. I probably should not. This might be interesting. Or you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna give you the context of where Bispo is at, because this is actually a nice ending spot. So Bispo is basically right up there where those yellow buildings are at. It was basically, we started right at that spot. And so if you remember, so if you remember, we started right at this spot, more or less. I came down. So just to give you the full circle. Okay. Crowded today. Wow. So our Bispo was right up there where those blue and yellow buildings were at. Right there. And then that was our stay that we went up there as well. Then this is our other spot that we showed you earlier. Crowded. Okay. So I hope you like that one. Kind of a busy evening. And Bispo is right up here. Right there. There it is. I think I'm just going to do a full circle, so I'm just going to come up back to Bispo. Just to give you a full context of there it is. So it's a Portuguese bookstore with a beautiful apartment building right there with all those balconies. And then our target street was Bispo right there with the Say Cathedral up to the top. And this one goes down to the Portuguese consulate if you were to go down that way. Our target street. That beautiful street right there. And this one as well. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Toma cuidado, la